I've learned a lot in the past year or so, right? So, as you guys know, that's been subscribed to me for the longest time. I had to be rushed to the hospital because I could not eat. I could not walk. I could still talk, I could still move my arms, but I was really, really weak. So they did a CT scan. They're like, we don't want to alarm you, but we're thinking it might be cancer. Oh, really? So we're gonna go ahead and ship you to Our Lady of the Lake in Baton Rouge. Okay, get there, get settled in and everything. And as time progressed, they did a biopsy. It turned out it was cancer. I can't remember if this was before I was in the yeah, it was. It was before I was in the ICU. So it turned out it was cancer. And then one night, I had started coughing. I can't remember if it was coughing or if it was heartburn. And obviously, at the time, I couldn't, like, really get anything to go down. Anything that would go down, I would end up aspirating and kind of just throwing back up. And, because of that, instead of it coming up, it actually diverted into my lungs. And, I was rushed to the ICU. I was intubated. I was fully conscious. I mean, not really fully conscious. I was sedated, if that makes any sense. It was a local sedation to where I could still, like watch TV and whatnot, but it's just kind of put me out of my mind, so I wasn't, didn't really feel the tube. You know, I still felt it, I felt something was there, but it wasn't painful or anything. And then, obviously, to talk to my mom, I could text her and everything, so I was in the ICU for... Shit, I'd have to ask my mom. I'll ask her and, put it down in the comment box, but I was in there, I think, almost a day, at least, and, it was hell. And then, obviously, once they got me stabilized and everything, they put me back in my normal room. I was out of the ICU and everything, but could not speak after that. So, when I got home, I was immediately set up with a speech therapist. And then, obviously, I had physical therapy to help me learn how to walk again. But the speech therapist, freaking loved her. She was awesome. Hilarious. She kind of reminded me of Charismatic Voice, in a sense. And I showed my mom Charismatic Voice, and my mom's like, yeah, she kind of does. Just like in the quirky essence of how she actually acts. And I thought it was amazing. So I've learned a lot through this entire experience, especially to the fact of, don't say, oh, well, having a feeding tube isn't that bad. Don't say that shit because you don't know why the person has it. Mine was from, all the shit that had happened to me with the cancer, obviously not being able to eat, and then aspirating and everything, so that's the reason why I have it. Now, obviously, I can speak and I can eat some little things, but I still need the feeding tube for nutritional support. Because what little I am eating, I have a can of baked beans right here that I am munching on. It's still not enough, right? I still don't eat nearly enough to sustain my body on, complete calories from actual food, so I need the Longevity as nutritional support at this point. And I can get, the off-brand Boost and whatnot, and, drink that by mouth. Now, I can drink the Longevity by mouth. I've tried it, once. I tasted it. No. It's not, it doesn't really have much of a flavor. It's kind of greedy, chalky. So that's more or less, tube-like. But they did say you can, however, drink Longevity by mouth if you really wanted to. But I'm not going to. Because I already know what the fuck it tastes like. No thank you. It is going in my tube. Now, however, what I do like about the Longevity, so I'm not relying on antacids, is the Longevity actually calms down my acid reflux a lot. And, I drink orange juice, or really, any type of citrus drink, and that really flares up my acid reflux, so having that Longevity there to help kind of calm it down also helps a lot. And I think another thing that helps out is the Protonix I'm taking. that also kind of helps out with the acid reflux as well, so. But when I can't take Protonics, it's usually, I go with Jevity, especially if I'm, like, not really feeling like eating by mouth at that point in time, because, you know, that's still one of the things I'm actually going through, even though I like eating by mouth. It's just some days my body's like, no, we're gonna go ahead and use the tube today. But, yeah, having a feeding tube, especially when you couldn't eat by mouth. Now, there are some people who just rely on the feeding tube for nutritional support and they can still eat like normal. But in my case, and cases similar, no. Don't make fun of people because you never know their circumstances. And that's honestly all I'm going to say. Anyways, love you guys. Peace.